How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So today we're going to go through the top 10 trending comics. This time I'm going to take the list from Key Collector Comics. I've done it from Go Collect in the past and Cover Price. Sometimes I combine them all. But today I'm just going to go through Key Collectors. So what do we got? First one on the list. We got DC versus Marvel Comics #1. This is a pretty cool cover. Brings back a lot of nostalgia. Ugh, that Hulk up there is that Hulk? And the jeans and it's ugly, terrible drawing. Ugh, terrible. Anyways, so why is this on this list? Why is this heating up? Well, it's up 250% copies sold this week versus the previous week because it was announced that the Justice League Avengers book will go back to print after 14 years to honor legendary artist George Perez. So since going back in print, people want to pick up the some of the older ones. So that's why it's here. I wonder if they have a newsstand of this one. It says direct on this. Not everything was always newsstand. Sometimes it was direct only. Like, what was the first one to do it? Dazzler #1. There'll be no newsstands of that. That was all direct. That's why I don't even think there's even like a little box to put like Spider-Man's face or whatever they have there for directs. All right, moving on. Next we got is Extreme Justice. This is the first team appearance of the Wonder Twins in the mainstream DC universe. Before that, they were in Super Friends comics. So this is in their main DC line. 1,200% copies sold this week versus the previous week. And yeah, so obviously it's because Wonder Twins, they're going to be in some form of media. I can't remember if it's a TV show or a movie. And so yeah, that's why this book is heating up. But like I've always said before, you need a little more concrete evidence than is optioned or rumored or something like that. And a lot of times like, oh, we have directors, we have artists, we have actors, stuff like that. That always doesn't pan out. I mean, I did a video on Sixth Gun where they filmed the entire thing with all the actors, everything, and then the studio's like, yeah, we don't want it. It's not good. So just be careful with that. Just remember. All right, next we got Silver Surfer 82. This is the first full appearance and cover appearance of Tyrant. And as you can see, he's right there in his 90s glory. Everything chrome. Everything was chrome in the 90s. Everything. Anyways, this has been a heavy speculation book for a while, thinking that he's going to appear in the MCU at some point. It is up 1,250% from the previous week. So quite a bit. Let's see, it's 93. Yes. That was the peak chrome, I would imagine. All right, next we got Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, #44. This is the first appearance of Saito Sadarak. I don't know. It's the entity whose Crimson Gem gave Juggernaut his power. So this is kind of an odd one, but a YouTube channel, Comics Explained, theorized that the fiery demon from the Doctor Strange trailer is Sadarak. I don't know. I'm sure someone will correct me. And it is up 1,733%, which is kind of crazy to think. But again, this is theorizing. That's about it. That's all you got to go off of. So take that for what you want. All right, next we got I Am Legend, which they made a movie with Will Smith, which I actually really liked. It was actually very, very sad that he had to kill his dog. You know, I didn't like that. You know, as a dog lover myself, Will Smith should have turned into the zombie and had the dog just live out the rest of his days. Here's the dog, sacrifices his life to save Will Smith. Yeah, I didn't like that. Nope. Anyways, I Am Legend. I legit have never seen this cover before. So I knew it was a comic book, but I just never actually seen the cover. So it's pretty cool. I get to see it. Like, I remember it's like, oh, I Am Legend. It's like a graphic novel or a comic book or something like that. And I remember knowing that when I watched the movie. It came out like 1,000 years ago. And I just never bothered looking it up. It's kind of like Men in Black, another Will Smith movie, is a comic book by Arctic Press, I believe is what is it? Antarctic Press, something like that. Which is interesting. That book is not that valuable, which is you'd think it would be because it's some off-beaten, comic, publisher. So they probably didn't publish that many. There's probably not that many copies that were ever made. And I think it's only in like the $300 to $500 range in a 9.8. The last time I looked, maybe a little higher for a 9.8. It's probably not that many. I rarely ever see them. And you think like a huge franchise like Men in Black, but they have 3 movies. They had a cartoon show. No, they had 4 movies because they had the one with Chris Hemsworth. And that which didn't come out that long ago. It's not like it's old. It came out like 5 years ago or something. Anyways, it just goes to show that just because they have movies or TV shows based on a comic book or something, it does not mean the comic will be valuable. Supply and demand. It has a low supply, just not very many people care. I don't even know if many people know it's a comic book. So if you didn't know, you heard it here first. Men in Black, comic book. Anyways, back to I Am Legend. So, a couple days ago, Warner Brothers announced that they're developing an I Am Legend project for HBO Max. So it is up 900%. Cool. I like the movie. I mean, zombies are kind of zombie vampire, whatever they are. I don't know. I feel like that's so 2010, to be honest. Like, I don't think it'll do that well. I don't know. I feel like with Walking Dead just beating that dead horse, and zombies were so popular, same with like vampires and stuff. I just feel like, and then you got Twilight, right? Those are vampires, I think. Werewolves and vampires. I don't know. I just feel like that won't do. I mean, what was that movie that just came out? Army of something, The Best Army or something. I don't know. It was a zombie apocalypse movie with, I think James Gunn was the director. They had Dave Bautista in it, and I mean, it was all right. I don't know. Had a zombie tiger. That was cool. But that's the thing. Is like when you have so much that's out there, it just kind of, the audience wants something different. It's like, oh, I've seen this 1,000 times. And that's what happens when you get older. You always compare like movies to like better movies. So it's harder. As you get older, it gets harder and harder to find a good movie to watch because you can remember all the good ones. So it's like, like Jurassic Park. It's a good movie. And so it's like when I watch all the other Jurassic Parks, like, oh yeah, the monster is bigger, this is better, but as far as the movie goes, it's not none of the new ones have been better movies. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really care to see any more zombie vampire stuff. I've seen plenty. All right, moving on. What do we got? Wild cards. So this one's kind of interesting. This is basically a shared universe of stories written from over 40 creators and edited by J.R.R. Martin. The person does Game of Thrones. So let's go back in time to see this history. March 2021, it was opted for Hulu. They didn't want it. The project then moved to Peacock, which is a terrible name for a streaming service. Then nothing really happened. Then in January of this year, a few months ago, some interest was picked up because it was featured on Reggie Collect's YouTube channel. And then February, so last month, Marvel announced a Wild Card series relaunch in June. So, I mean, that's kind of interesting that they just have a bunch of creators work together on something like this and a bunch of shared stories, shared universes. It's kind of cool. I've seen stuff like that before in like movies and things like that. I'm trying to remember. There's that movie with, what's his name? Heath Ledger. He died, and then they had like Johnny Depp, Joaquin Phoenix, a couple other people all play the same character, and each part was by a different director, I believe. And then they did the same thing with, they did a Green Lantern animated movie and a Batman animated movie where they had like 5 or 6 short stories, all by different animators, all by different directors. They're doing the same thing with The Boys. The Boys, the Amazon Prime TV show. They're coming with an animated movie where it's 5 or 6 different stories from all different art styles, all different. I love that stuff. That stuff's great. Anyways, moving on. We got West Coast Avengers 56. And this is the first cover appearance of Dark Scarlet. Also has her new costume, an evil persona. And I just heard that Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Wanda, is signed 7 more movies or TV shows or something. 7 something. She signed a contract with Marvel for 7 more appearances. I don't know how that works. Is a TV show 1 appearance per episode, or is that just one thing? Is it like 7 appearances? So movie here, movie there, TV show, movie. I don't know. In any case, it is up 306% because people are going to speculating that she is going to be evil. All right, next we got down to, what are we? The third from the top. Number 3. This is up 875% because if you look down here and you see Spider-Man's hand, that was the first time Spider-Man's hand ever made that wrist appearance. So that's why it's on there. I'm joking. No, this is popping up because it was confirmed that Chameleon would be in the Kraven film. So if you want the Chameleon, go for Spider-Man Uno. This is the first appearance of the Chameleon, I believe. Yes, Chameleon first appearance out. So there's been lots of other appearances, but we got this one by Todd McFarlane. All right, number 2, Balder the Brave. So this is up 1,700%, so quite a lot. This is the first solo appearance, solo series of Balder. Balder first appeared, I guess, in Journey to Mystery 85, but the thing is, most people probably don't know that because who else appeared in 85? Loki. So that's what most people, and Loki's also on the cover. So Balder is a god. He's a Norse god. And I want to say, is he a Greek god? He's a Norse god, a Roman god? I can't remember. A lot of them share gods. So, because I think Zeus is also a Norse god as well as a Greek god. It's really hard because all of them steal their mythology. This all gets stolen from the previous people that were in power. They tell stories, and then they tell stories, they tell stories, and next thing you know, they all have the same type of gods, but just different names. But yes. So it's rumored that, let's see, if the rumors are true, once again rumors, that that Balder is the guardsman of the Illuminati. So we have the Illuminati guarded by Balder. I don't know. It seems like kind of just a rumor. All right, last one. Number 1 on the list. The one you've been waiting here as I've rambled on for 13 minutes. Number 1. We got Thor Annual 11. Kind of cool cover. I liked it when they did. I like it when they have like this, they did the same thing with the borders where they took all the little tiny heads of all the characters they had and put them all around the borders. I don't know, what's it, 87, 86? I don't know what it was. Somewhere in the 80s. And then they did the same thing with this black border. And that's how you got one of my favorite covers was with this on it is Star Wars Annual 3 with Darth Vader. All right, so this first appearance of Eitri, which is the dwarf who created Stormbreaker, which was played by Peter Dinklage. So rumors is he will reappear in Thor 4. Could be, could not be. But yes, so it's up 700% off that. 83 is when this happened. I wonder when the other thing was. But anyways, that's it. I hope you like this kind of stuff. Just bringing to you what is going on, what is trending, not trending. If I had to recommend any of these books, You know, pick up. Let's see what we got here. Surfer Extreme Justice. You know what? You know what's okay? But pick up Spider-Man 307 because you can't really go wrong with 307 because it has so many things going for it. Where's the other one? You get Todd McFarlane run, which is highly desirable and will be desired for a very long time. It's got a black cover, so that makes it slightly harder to get like a high grade in it, so like a 9.8 or something like that. It's an interesting cover. It's not the most desired out of the Todd McFarlane run, but I would say this is like your safest bet. I would say if rumors don't pan out or something like that, I think this one won't take that big of a hit when it goes down and will always have a nice floor to it because it's in the Todd McFarlane run, which is, like I said, very, very desirable. So this is your safest bet. This one, I would say, is your long shot. Why? Just because I don't like vampires and zombies, which I like them. I've seen so many. It doesn't mean there's other people that don't like it out there. So this could be a huge hit. I don't know. But also, it's going to be... There's not that many of them out there. And it's not that, I guess, will be that common. And it's kind of like... Think of it like this. What are some books that are really popular, or not popular, sorry, really expensive right now from like the 80s underground comics, right? You got The Crow, really expensive. You got, what's the other one? Grendel, really expensive. Like things like that. Like this could be one of those books down the line. Like one of those ones that are pretty expensive. I mean, you got Bone, which is super expensive. So that's kind of like long-term, super risky play. That's how I hate it. If you want to go for safe, go with Spider-Man 307. That's, classic. You'll always be fine. This one's definitely more risky, but could pay off in 5 or 10 years. All right, that is it. Have a good day.